I also think it's important for us to talk about where our 10-year yields are as a country relative to the rest of the world. I think that's going to really play a big hand in where rates go from here.
Absolutely. You look at, our interest rates versus other developed markets, and we by far have the higher rates, and therefore we are going to get, more of those foreign flows. And as long as our economy, seems to be steadily improving, or if there is some growth, that again is going to bring that confidence back in, bring that cash flow back into our treasuries, and more of our fixed income assets. It would be wonderful if we did get a rate cut and we saw maybe a counter trend rally in the dollar, and the dollar is something we can talk about in a little bit. But once that cut happens, then that could be that confidence returning back into the U.S. And therefore, again, we're going to see more of those cash flows. Currently, right now, I think that there is a lot of uncertainty surrounding the U.S., both from an economic perspective, from a growth perspective, trade, and that has put pressure on the dollar just a bit, and that's why we've seen those declines that we've seen this year.
Yeah, for sure. And you look at our 10-year treasury, it's at roughly 4.4%. So, we're there. And then you look at the UK, they're almost a full percent lower than us. Most of the rest of Europe has lower rates, and obviously Japan's yielding like 150 basis points. So, if you're an allocator and you're saying, yeah, I have this conservative pool of assets that I need to put to work, the U.S. still, looks relatively attractive relative to the rest of the world.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a tremendous amount of arbitrage opportunity where you can, borrow from one, invest in another, and make that spread. Of course, you have to be concerned about any sort of unwinding of those positions, like we saw, I believe it was last year with Japan, and the U.S. dollar, that carry trade unwinding. So there are risks in doing that, but yeah, for the writ large, we do still seem to have the best offerings.